The Office turned actors like Steve Carell, John Krasinski, and Mindy Kaling into comedic icons, but the list of stars who were almost cast is also rather long and impressive.
That's what she said!
When NBC set out to remake the Golden Globe-winning British sitcom of the same name, Paul Giamatti, Hank Azaria, and Martin Short were among the names considered for the lead role of Michael Scott. Jeremy Piven was offered the role but felt that no one could be better than Ricky Gervais was in the original, so he turned his focus to another show about to launch, Entourage. Several actors then auditioned for Michael, including Ken Marino, Ben Falcone, Alan Tudyk, and Bob Odenkirk, who actually won the part. However, when Steve Carell's sitcom Come to Papa was canceled after just 4 episodes, NBC brought him in to replace the eventual Saul Goodman.
Well. How the turntables...
Rainn Wilson was the first ever actor to audition for The Office, according to a casting sign-in sheet he shared on his Instagram, and read for both Michael and Dwight.
That's a fact. Did you know that?
Seth Rogen, Matt Walsh, Patton Oswalt, Judah Friedlander, and Matt Besser all also auditioned for Dwight. But creator Greg Daniels went back to Wilson, who was coming off of HBO's 6 Feet Under at the time.
Dwight, you ignorant slut!
John Krasinski also auditioned for Dwight, but at his callback asked if he could audition for Dwight's nemesis, Jim. Only after Wilson was cast did Krasinski get the okay.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
Krasinski then beat out Adam Scott, John Cho, and Hamish Linklater for the role.
Well, if this were my career, I'd have to throw myself in front of a train.
Jim's love interest, Pam, was also a highly sought-after part, with Catherine Hahn, Marilyn Ricecub, Mad Men's Ann Dudek, The Handmaid's Tale's Ever Carradine, and Angela Kinsey among those who auditioned.
I suggested we flip a coin, but Angela said she doesn't like to gamble.
After newcomer Jenna Fisher won the role, though, Kinsey was cast as a character also named Angela.
I don't want to blame anyone in particular. I think everyone's to blame.
Eric Stonestreet also auditioned for The Office, but lost out on the part of Kevin to Brian Baumgartner.
It's not Ashton Kutcher, it's Kevin Malone.
And Nick Offerman has said he auditioned for a few different Office roles. Interestingly, Phyllis Smith was a casting agent for the show, but after reading with actors during their auditions, the pilot's director, Ken Kwapis, created a role for her.
You have a lot to learn about this town, sweetie.
Leslie David Baker came to his audition cranky from The Traffic and Heat, and was cast as Stanley for just that, being cranky.
Did I stutter?
And Creed Bratton landed his role by improvising his character's backstory during a mock interview.
You know, a human can go on living for several hours after being decapitated.
You're thinking of a chicken.
What did I say?
The Office premiered in 2005 and went on to become one of the most beloved and referenced TV shows in history. In 2006, it won both the Golden Globe and Emmy for Best Comedy and continued to garner accolades over its 188 episodes. And despite wrapping up in 2013, the show continues to be a massive part of pop culture, thanks largely to a second life on Netflix.
I want people to be afraid of how much they love me.